What's up guys, Ted from Immersion here, and I am back with another Dungeon Master Guild Spotlight video. Again, the third in my list of products from Jean Lorber is Volo's Lost Encounters. So, this is a $2.95 purchase item here on the Dungeon Masters Guild. Another best silver seller here, 1 5-star review, and we have a comment here by Merrick B, a very popular Dungeon Master Guild writer. I was instantly charmed by the first adventure, Roll for Inspiration. These are strong adventures, they're well written and formatted, and the maps are very good. Overall, I highly recommend this product. So, we can see here that there are a handful of adventures, and let's just jump over to it. Again, as per usual, I don't think I need to say it anymore, but I will. I will not go over the entirety of this document because it is pay to purchase. So I will give you one or two, or probably just one. We'll probably do Roll for Inspiration because we mentioned it already. But we'll give you the high-level overview, if possible, of these different encounters. And I'll give you one, and it's your call to decide if that was enough to make you go pick up the rest. So, a collection of encounters to easily use in your campaigns featuring some of the Volo's Guide to Monster encounters. And it says races, but I'm assuming monsters as well. Sorry, my Xbox is going off. More than just a collection of stats and maps, each encounter tells a story that showcases the monster's essence and its place in the world. Perfect. So we have an encounter here. We see there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then appendices. Roll for Inspiration. In a caravan, the PCs must traverse a section of road that an artistic stone giant has converted into a divine message board. And you can see the challenge ratings here. We go from 14, 6 to 8, 3 to 6, 2 to 4, and 6. By the power of hyena, the PCs must save villagers from gnoll raiders who are intent on completing a dark ritual that will replenish their numbers. An army marches on its stomach, or yours. The PCs come across a goblinoid warband attempting to exact tribute from a woodcutter's camp. The fighting could be brutal, but the hobgoblin leader seems willing to make a deal. Noble hearts break. The PCs must stop a hag's evil plan for an enthralled paladin before he does something he'll regret forever. And think of the children. The PCs explore a seemingly empty orc camp and come across Underdark raiders stealing orc whelps. Teaming up with the whelps guardians is the only way to prevent the little rascals from becoming Underdark slaves. And then there's an appendices at the back. So, here is our introduction. Again, the way the formatting works, and we're going to roll right into Roll for Inspiration. This is a giant themed encounter. I believe that's also what the front cover was about. PCs are part of a caravan that must traverse a long section of road while subject to attacks from a stone giant and his hill giant minion. This is around a CR 14 encounter, so this is pretty high level. A stone giant named Ashlathon has created a massive carving near his cave, a dense network of giant runes etched into rocky ground, all the way down to a trade route below. Even though the surface is unsettled, he couldn't resist the chance to carve on a canvas this big. The carved runes are deep enough to serve as channels for boulders, which Ashlathon discovered to his great interest. He now spends much of his time rolling boulders down the hill, noting the path each one takes. To him, each roll spells out a message from his god, Anam, that he must interpret. He seeks out the caravans. He sees the caravans on the trade road as yet another part of the message, and happily tries to incorporate the wagons into his destructive ritual. PCs begin with a 2-wagon caravan in Area 1. It all goes according to Ashlathon's plan. If all goes that, Grung spooks the caravan into bolting, giving him a good chance to hit the out-of-control wagons. Grung continues to harry the caravan, distracting them while Ashlathon continues to roll boulders down on them. For lower CRs, scale back the damage done by the stone giant boulders and replace the hill giant with an ogre. It's nice to have a little way to scale things back if you don't want to run this at 14. So you round a corner on the trade road to see a mile-long straightaway. On the east side of the road is a wall of trees. On the west, an eerie rumbling wail makes the caravan horses whinny. So you basically go on, you can scout ahead if you want, and if PCs don't scout around, the hill giant surprises the caravan, and basically the horses bolt and any checks to control them have disadvantage for 3 rounds. Grung can keep up with running horses, and he targets people on the wagons rather than the wagon himself. And Ashlathon targets the lead wagon rolling boulders, which here's the Boulder Attack thing. Unless otherwise noted, a rolled boulder attack has the following mechanics. Each boulder targets a single caravan wagon and its occupants. Wagon has 50 HP. The wagon driver must succeed on a DC 13 dex save plus 4 to the roll, or else the wagon is hit. PCs can grant advantage to the driver's roll if at least one PC succeeds on a DC 14 animal handling check to control the horses. Boulder does 8d6, so it's basically a fireball, to the wagon and 46 to everyone in it. After a wagon is hit once, the driver is injured and must be replaced by a PC. PCs in a targeted wagon can jump off at the last second if struck. If this is the case, each jumper must make a DC 14 acrobatics check or take damage equal to 13 minus their roll. Okay. When targeting PCs, a boulder moves in a straight line of the DM's choice, forcing saving throws as above. A failed save results in 86 bludgeoning damage and being knocked prone. A successful save avoids these effects. And then it's basically you can track down Grung to his cave. And inside, you can get 600 gold pieces and chests hold trade goods from distant lands. There's the protected grove here. The PC, if the caravan stops here for too long, Ashleton sends boulders their way. The first boulder knocks into a hollow tree and sturges come out. And here's the nice little art here. Open country. You see another boulder appear from the cave mouth as it rolls downward towards you. Ashleton excitedly yells at the name of the room where he thinks the boulder will exit. The PCs can improve their chances of getting through the section by figuring this out. Other scenarios may present themselves to complicate the caravan's race across the straightaway. Roll a d4 and consult the table below. One scenario will probably be enough for this challenge rating, but feel free to add more. A predatory animal such as a displacer beast sits in the front of the road, or sits in the road in front of the caravan. The horses stop. 2 intricately etched stone pillars stick out of the roadway. The caravan master thinks they're valuable. Some bullywugs attack, or a flock of sheep blocks the road. Running over the sheep causes the druid to thunderwave the wagon. And eventually you can make your way to the stone giant's lair, and if you get inside, there's a 200 or 2,000 gold piece chest, plus 1 chainmail and an iron stone of fortitude, or substitute 1d4 magic items that will suit your party's need. If the PCs completed Ashleton, or approached Ashleton and stopped the attacks, then the caravan master gives each PC a bonus of 200 gold. Otherwise, everyone makes it to the next caravan station with a story to tell. Award your PCs a total of 5,000 XP. So very clever and interesting with the whole giant bowling for PCs with his giant rock here, like you see. And if this is, again, that's just the first adventure, and there are 5 others. We'll skip ahead to the appendices real quick and see if it is truly new monsters or just monsters. Oh no, this is Booyah Caster and Blighted Dryad. Those are indeed new monsters created for this. I believe I think I saw a Darrow and a Darrow Savant. Those obviously we know are from Out of the Abyss, but also now published in Wordkin's Tome of Foes. Anyway guys, let me know what you think. That was my review of Volo's Lost Encounters, again by Jean Lorber. Let me know what you guys think. Will you be incorporating these into your campaign, or will you be picking up this a copy for yourself? Again, links in the description if you'd like to get a copy for yourself. Anyway guys, I hope you enjoyed this, and I'll see you for the next DM's Guild review.